Worldwide movement, peace, love, respect. Big King Sadiq hollering at you one more again. This is just a quick observation, right? First of all, thank you all. Never forget that. Truly, I do appreciate you all. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. Let's keep building this worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. I was just going down the street and made an interesting observation. Right there. I don't know how well the sharpness of this image is being picked up by my phone. But what you have is a fairly large swirling, maybe a few hundred birds swirling over top this building, which interestingly enough, the top of it, you'll notice is green. That's not green from green paint, folks. That's green from oxidization, from being oxidized. That is actually brass up there. And I've been noticing that throughout the city. We can notice it worldwide, but particularly I've been noticing it in a lot of older structures throughout the city. Now, a lot of folks who may not know, I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is also more correctly named Diadega, right? The city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, is actually Diadega. Something that I came in light to in a recent tour that I had with some of the good brothers. And Diadega means, if I'm not mistaken in this, means navel of the galaxy, right? Which actually points to the fact that we don't just have 3 rivers, folks. We got 4. There's an underground 4th river that a lot of people don't know about. It's actually what feeds the point downtown, the fountain at the point. That water spewing up from there is from the underground river, the 4th river. All right. And it is that river that is actually the dial, right? Or makes up the component of the reference. But the city itself, yes, this is Diadega, the navel of the galaxy. And a very important place indeed. But circling back around to what I was referring to, often you can look at birds' behavioral patterns, right? We often study their migratory patterns. But if you look at some of their other behavior patterns, like when they swirl in that way, right? Often there is an electromagnetic influence that compels them to do so. So that's going to always draw my curiosity, and should draw all of our curiosity, right? Being electromagnetic beings. All right, not anything all that earth-shattering, right? But just something that I noticed. I definitely would like to, and I'm going to do some more research into all of these massive brass structures on the top of buildings in the area. I know that globally, a lot is being uncovered about how there used to actually be many different utilizations of harnessing electricity directly from the atmosphere, right? Which is something along the lines of at least some of Tesla's, Nikola Tesla's technologies in free energy. So, yeah, man, just really interesting. I'm going to study more. I don't know if there is currently some current, right? Or some electromagnetic activity in that dome that appears to be an oxidized brass structure. But certainly, at least it appears that something of an electromagnetic nature is affecting the birds' flight pattern right now in that particular area. All right, but very interesting, folks. Always interested in anything electromagnetic happening in my surroundings, as I am an electromagnetic being, as we all are, right? Yeah, man, and all of this is very interesting to take note of. I think it's very important for us to be in the habit of paying attention to our surroundings and what's going on around us. Again, anything that we notice of an electromagnetic nature should be of particular interest to us, in my opinion. And yeah, this is just one of the things that I'm taking note of, folks. A lot is changing on the planet, right? And we need to continue to progress further along in our technologies, in our creative moments and our inspiration for new technologies and so forth. We need to always be thinking forward along those lines. How can we harness more solar energy? How can we more efficiently harness energy from wind turbines and things of that nature? Water turbines. There's so many different natural ways that we can produce, harness, and collect energy for our utilization. It's really fascinating how we are so far away from that, right? It seems like it's common sense that we would do that. But not if you tie into the fact that most of your energy that's being produced, especially in this country today, is in some way tied to the fossil fuel industry. Even the grid that we rely on now is tied to engines, so for lack of a better terminology, turbines that often run off of some fossil fuel derivative, right? Folks, to understand and really grasp how many different areas of our lives our dependence on fossil fuels affects is really something worthy of us stopping and taking time to do, right? Because there are so many different ways that fossil fuels affect our paradigm, our old paradigm, and the way that we lived our lives on this planet. Take rubber, for example, a fossil fuel derivative, right? An oil derivative. Well, rubber is on so many things. I'm riding a bike right now with rubber tires on it. Many cars are passing by me with rubber tires on them, right? All of this stuff is tied to the fossil fuel industry. So we just need to always be forward thinking as we approach ways to detach ourselves from that industry and find much more sustainable, clean sources of energy that we can utilize without continuing to, in essence, in one way or another, be slaves to the fossil fuel industry and the socioeconomic elite who benefit immensely from it, right? Yeah, man, always forward thinking, being innovative, and really keeping our minds visualizing our new paradigm and the work that we need to do to shift and complete shifting from the old paradigm only becomes that much more clear when we keep our minds forward thinking, right? Okay, so let's do that. Let's keep thinking forward and visualizing our new paradigm and how we want things to be as we begin to change them and make that come to fruition. All right? All right, folks, we done did it again. Got together one more time to build the worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. I love you all. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. Always check out my Twitter feed. Please, when you're on my channel, check out my community section. Very important posts and whatnot there. Check out my SoundCloud, right, to keep up with me on the music. And man, again, let's just continue to build this worldwide movement. Peace, love, respect. I love you all. Big King Sadiq. I'm out.